How's everybody doing? We're back once again with the Challenge All-Stars Season 3. We're on episode 9. Last time we left off was an elimination going for all the marbles. It was decided that the two people going in elimination was going to be Derek and who was the female? I believe Kellyanne. And they get to choose their opponents. Derek had a choice between Wes and Nehemiah. He thought Nehemiah would be the easier choice, so he chose Nehemiah. Of course, Kellyanne, because it's going to be a pole wrestling competition, didn't choose Naya, who's 6 feet tall. She chose Kellyanne, who was around her size. All right. So as it started with the guys. So with Nehemiah and Derek, and right away, Nehemiah looked like he was dominating that competition. So let's see where that is. Nehemiah is still pretty much dominating Derek. I mean, Derek is not even really standing a chance. See, he's just exhausted. He's winded. Everyone's just looking at him like, oh my God. It looks like he's going to lose. He's barely holding on. He's gasping for breath. His life is flashing before his eyes. He was talking all that stuff. He's getting swung around like a rag doll. Man, he really thought he would have an easier chance. Unfortunately, the baton got ripped out of his hands, and we can see Nehemiah is the winner, and Derek is going to be going home. Very unfortunate happening. Poor dude. He tried his best. Well, not really. That was sad. It was a sad performance. I think he skipped the gym one too many times because he was very small. He's very small compared to Nehemiah. Nehemiah is not a big dude, but Derek is very agile. He's very good in competitions, but he was just very small this season. I don't understand. He was just not hitting the gym. He was not putting on the muscle. Knowing he's going to have to wrestle somebody, he just didn't have it in him. And he got gassed really early, and Nehemiah was tossing him around. And yeah, he just kind of let go, and it's over. He had 4 stars. He had 4 stars on him. He was doing so well. He really wanted this money for his family, but yeah, it's unfortunate. Now he's going home. I feel sorry for him, man, but he kind of did it to himself. But I don't think anyone he would have chosen would have been a better choice. All the other guys are bigger than him. So his best choice would have been if Jordan was still around, but unfortunately they had Jordan sent home. So I believe he was the reason that Jordan went home too. Yeah, he was definitely the reason that Jordan went home. He sent Jordan in, and Jordan chose Mark, and yeah. But hey, that's how it goes. He made the wrong choice, and he ended up regretting it in the end. But that's how it goes. All right, now next up we have the ladies. We have Kellyanne versus Kayla. See them there. You would think they're about to go for broke and see who's going to be the better one. I'm thinking it's going to be Kayla is going to be the winner, but unfortunately they didn't get to compete because Veronica went home. They didn't have to compete because it's going to be 8 people in the finals. So, and there's only 8 people left. So yeah. And Kellyanne was pissed off that Kayla was pissed off that she didn't get to compete and eliminate Kellyanne, but hey, so it goes. So I believe The next competition started right after that. No one got to go home. What was the next competition? I believe it was a trivia sort of situation. Yeah, this is it right there. See the board with a bunch of questions. They have to line up the name of the person that fits the question on a board all the way down to, was it 21 of them? So you have to, what was it, 22? And I think it's 21. But they have to fill out all these numbers and put the names next to the numbers that fit with the question. And the answers to these questions are pictures that were back in the house that was there from day one that they could have studied from the beginning. And no one really studied it, the pictures. None of them knew it was going to be part of a competition, so no one really studied it. But you know, still got to compete. Brad is just looking around lost. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know. He doesn't remember what the pictures were. He didn't remember whose name applied to them. I needed his Mark. Mark has no idea what's going on. He's struggling. The girls, none of the girls knew what the answers were. But the first one to finish right away, blitz everybody, was Wes. Wes finished in like a couple minutes and everybody was still struggling way after him. All right. Now, Nehemiah just came off a win and now he's competing again and he ended up finishing second. That surprised me. He finished second and that's two guys finish. None of the girls finished yet. And there's only two guys left, which is Brad and Mark. And yeah, and there's the punishment that's going to happen for the person that finished last. One guy, one girl, who's ever finishes last. So Brad and Mark are battling for last place. And in the end, Mark was able to pull it out. And Brad would end up being last. All right, so, and then we get to the girls. The one to finish first for the girls was Johnny. Johnny finished first. And I think after Johnny was Kellyanne. Kellyanne finished second, which leaves Naya and no, Kellyanne didn't finish second. I believe it was down to Naya and Kellyanne and Kayla, but then Kayla pulled a little trick. She stepped back, acting all flustered, but she was actually looking at Naya's board and picking up Naya's answers. The answers that she didn't know, she picked up from Naya's board. It was pretty obvious that she was cheating. And she then was able to finish second. And then Kellyanne finished, and then Naya ended up being last. And Naya was pissed off that Kayla cheated. And she's saying, oh, that cost her to end up in last place, which is not true. She still didn't know the answers. Even if Naya didn't, even if Kayla didn't do that, Naya would still end up last because she still didn't know the answers. Kayla just used the answers that she didn't know from Naya's board, the ones that Naya actually got right. Naya would have been last anyways, but she still, just from being last and just the humiliation of being last, and plus someone cheated, she felt, I'm pretty sure she felt better just directing her energy towards the person that cheated off of her rather than dealing with the fact that she was last. So she was kind of pissed about that. So they're thinking that now that they're last, they're going to end up getting eliminated, but no. Actually, the punishment for being last is going to happen when they get to the final. All right. And I believe that was that for that. Everyone was excited to be in the finals. Naya and Kayla got into a whole argument about Kayla cheating. Kayla saying she didn't cheat, which bullshit. She definitely cheated. Yeah. And yeah, Naya's talking about she doesn't want to, you know, because she got eliminated before because of fighting. She's talking about, oh, she's going to use this as fire. It's just a self-talk sort of nonsense. Or just like, Naya's obviously the weakest girl mentally left in the challenge at this point. and she's just kind of constantly talking about people and underestimating her, and she has all this fire. It's just like, no, you don't. You've already quit before. No one's expecting much from you. All right, so it's going to be what it's going to be. All right. Everyone's talking about the finals. All right. Yes. Building a team. Who's gonna? While everyone is partying for the final, Wes is just laughing at them because he's getting prepared. They're like getting drunk and they're partying, celebrating getting to the finals, and he doesn't really give a shit about that. He's eating, he's loading up on carbs, and he's getting sleep. He's not worrying about what that's going to be. All right, so they get to the final, and they get to find out what the stars are going to be about. So this final is going to be based on points. So whoever finishes first in every heap of the final is going to get 5 points for towards their final score. So the highest score is going to be the winner. The people with 5 stars get 5 points right off the bat. And there's no second place. So there's 2 people with 4 stars. No, I think there's only one other person with 4 stars, which is Mark. The people with 4 stars get nothing. And any less than that, nothing. So 5 stars, you get 5 points, and nobody else get anything. So the 2 people with 5 stars are Nehemiah. I was about to say Jeremiah. Nehemiah, who just won and got 4 stars away from Derek, and he had 1 star by himself, has 5 stars. And the other person with 5 stars is John A, who got, she already had 4 stars, and then she picked up Veronica's star after Veronica went home, and she came first in that competition. So that's 2 people have 5 points right off the bat. Nobody else have any points. All right. So that's a good start to the finals for them. All right. So another penalty is that the 2 people that finished first, guy and girl, from the prior competition, get to go first. So it's going to be a race, and they get to go first. So those 2 people are going to be Wes and and they're also going to be partners. All right. All right. So it's going to be a race, and you can see here it's going to be Wes and John A. That's going to be partnered up because they finish first and they get to run first. Second is going to be Kayla and Nehemiah. They're going to run seconds. I believe there's like a couple minutes in between them. All right, so it's a pretty good head start. And then we have Mark and Kellyanne. And of course, the last place people, we have Naya and Brad. All right. So the first part of the final, I believe they have to run down a runway. All right. You can see the runway a little bit here. As you can see, it's a very long runway. All right, they have to run down there to the end to get a key. I'm trying to remember what the key opens, but they run down to a post at the end of the runway. As you can see right there, they get a key. All right. They get the key and they keep running. Oh, right, they get the key and then they have to lap back down the runway to the other side. All right. Then they run to this here station. They're going to get here. And I believe the key unlocks their pieces for a raft. That's going to be the next part of the competition. But as you can see, these 2 make it first. Why do they have 4 points? Johnny and Wes, they were the first ones to go. They got there first, but they only got 4 points. I thought it was 5. Anyways, so that, because they just got 4 points and they both had 5 points to begin with, that gives them 9 points each right away. So that means they have the most points. All right. So when they get to the station, I believe the next people to go get to pretty much choose their opponent. All right, so as you can see, the next team get 3 points, so it's going down. So it's good. So Nehemiah is the other person with 5 points. He has 3 points now, and he has 8, which means Johnny has the most points with 9, and Wes only has 4 points. Yeah, that was a mistake on my part, but yeah, Wes only has 4 points. But that means the most points is with John A in the beginning, and the next one is going to be Nehemiah, because now he has 5 plus 3, that's 8. All right. So right, what I was saying, yes, they get to choose their opponent. So it's going to be an individual portion when they get to the raft building portion. All right, it's going to be individual. So the whatever guy or girl chooses the same color as them has to go against them. All right, so you see here, see Brad here going to the orange, which means he's going to have to compete with Wes, who already chose orange. All right, so they're going to build their raft and then race, then pull it out to the water, then paddle all the way out to a buoy, all the way out in the middle of the, is it a sea? So it's all the way in the middle of the sea, and then they have to paddle back, turn around at the buoy, paddle back to shore. And the first one to get back to shore wins 5 points. So I believe the 5 points only come into play on the individual portions. In the group portions, it's like the max they can win is 4. All right, so. All right, so as we can see, West, it's going to be West versus Brad for right away. Then it's going to be Naya versus John A. right there. All right. Next is going to be Nehemiah versus Mark, and then Kayla versus Kellyanne. All right. All right. So give you a little show you what the scores stack up already. As you can see, as I thought, Johnny has 9 points, Nehemiah has 8, Kayla has 3, Wes 4, Mark 2, Brad's 1, Naya has 1. So they were last before, and they came in last again because they couldn't really catch up. So they're stuck at 1 point. So Kellyanne. So it's pretty much just stacks up with however they started, that's how they ended, pretty much. All right. Sure. All right, so it's time for the individual portion. They're starting to race. They have to build their raft. All right, so they got the pieces, putting it together. And you can see the first one to finish is Wes. He's already going out, and he's going to be racing against Brad. All right. All right, the raft portion is just pretty amateur, and none of them really knew how to like pedal. But the first one to finish was, in fact, Nehemiah. Even though he wasn't the first one to go out, you can see him there all the way ahead, first one to come into the shore, and right behind him is Wes. But he's not competing with Wes, so he doesn't have to, Wes doesn't have to worry about that. All right. Okay, so you can see the new scores after that individual portion. As you can see, John A came in last, so she gained no points. All right, she was going against Naya, and Naya beat her, so she get no points for that. I believe Kellyanne got no points as well. She was going against, who's she going against? Kayla, and she lost that one, so she got no points. Mark got no points because he was going against Nehemiah, and of course Nehemiah was the first one back, and Wes beat Brad. So Brad gets no point. So John A is still at 9. Nehemiah has 13 now because he won. He just got 5 points on top of his 8, gives him 13. Wes just got 5 points on top of his 4, getting him 9, which ties with John A now. Kayla just got 5 points on top of her 3. And I believe Nia just got 5 points on top of her 1, giving her 6. All right. So those are the real changes there. The next portion of the competition is going to be a race to tandem bikes. All right, so they have to run to a station with tandem bikes. All right, the new teams, I forgot to mention, the teams are restructured based on the winnings from the last competition. So the first one went Nehemiah. The winners are Nehemiah West, Kayla and Naya. So which means Naya and Nehemiah are going to be teamed up. I believe. Is that how it went? No, not Naya and Nehemiah. Naya and Kayla? Nehemiah and Kayla? Because I believe they were the first ones. So Naya and Kayla. God damn it. You know what? It doesn't matter. It's not important. Oh, I was incorrect. It's Wes and Kayla. All right. So you can see the first ones, Wes and Kayla, they're the first one to the tandem bikes. All right. So it's Wes and Kayla. I was correct. Naya and Nehemiah are partnered up. I was correct. And the last place is going to be Brad and Kellyanne. All right. So that means Mark and John A is partnered up. All right. So they're going to be riding their tandem bikes. All right. All the way to the end. Skip that. Brad had a situation where his bike, he somehow ended up breaking the bike chain on his bike. So, of course, he was last before. It's going to be last again. All right. So they get to the next station. The first ones to get there was, I believe, Wes and Kayla. Wes and Kayla was the first. So I'm there. So Wes and Kayla, and right behind them is Naya and Nehemiah. All right. So Wes and Kayla, Naya and Nehemiah second. So Wes and Kayla, I believe they get 4 points. Naya and Nehemiah is going to get 3 points. And behind them is going to be Brad and Kellyanne. Right. They get 2 points. And of course, last place is Mark and Kellyanne. Brad and no, Mark and John A. God damn it. So much to keep track of. Wait. See how the score is now. So the next part is a puzzle. Oh my God. All right. Next part is a puzzle right here. See the puzzle. They have to figure out the puzzle and figure out whatever the combination is going to be to a lock. And that's the individual portion. I can't remember how this goes, but they have to figure out something. I can't remember. Like it's going to be like different numbers on each stage. So I think it's like whichever one doesn't repeat on each branch, and whatever place it is. So if it doesn't repeat, if this one doesn't repeat, then the first number is going to be 4, and if this one doesn't repeat, then the next number is 2. You know, like that, and it's going to be 4 numbers for a combination. I think that's how it went. All right. So this one, the first one to finish that, I believe, was Wes. All right. So show you an image of Wes. All right. So this is Wes figuring out his correct code. So the first number is 3, then 4, then 2, then 5. You can see how it stacks like that. All right. So that's his code. I don't know why those numbers particularly. Yeah, but that's it. Wait. This one, 1, 2, 3. Oh, these match. Okay, so is that what how it goes? There's 3 of these in this. So all right. So let's see if there's, what was there, 4 of these? No, it's 2 of them. So it's just whichever one repeats. You know what? I don't care. I don't care. This is not important. All right. So the first one to finish that is West. Gives him another 5 points. All right. Next after West, I think was Naya. All right. So it was West versus Mark. And because West won 5 points, Mark got no points. Naya won against Kellyanne, which gives Kellyanne 0 points. And then John A won against Kayla, which gives John A 5 points and Kellyanne 0 points. All right. And then I think Mark beats who's he going against? Nehemiah. Mark beats Nehemiah, which gives him 5 points and Nehemiah 0 points. All right. So I need to see how the points stack up. All right. So, oh God damn it. Where's the score? All right. All right. So the next heap is oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. So there's the score now. As you can see, Wes is in the lead, and then followed by Nehemiah and John A. All right, so you can see all this stack up, and Naya really freaking made up some points. She won the last 2. She won the race with the boats, and then she just won this one. So that gave her 10 points, and what she had 3 before. So yeah, so she really stacked up the points. Where did she get 2 points? Oh, right. She got 1 point from the race, and then no, she probably got 2 points from the bike race. So there she is in 13. All right, she's pretty good. Wes is all the way in the lead at the moment, and that's without any advantages. And Nehemiah had a 5-point advantage, and Johnny had a 5-point advantage, and they're kind of like tied right now. But Wes is definitely killing it. All right, so that's how everyone stacks up. As you can see, Mark's still holding up the rear. So is Kellyanne. Mark hasn't moved much. I think Mark was like in second in the beginning. Now he's on last place, and he's going to be staying there for a while. Brad is kind of making up some points. But yeah, it doesn't look like these two are going to be making it anywhere soon. Mark with 3 points, there's no freaking way he's making it to the top. He's not winning. Kellyanne, not winning either. Like, it's not going to happen. So the winners are probably going to be between Wes and Nehemiah. Brad could even make up some points and come in second and knock on Nehemiah. But I think Wes is probably going to take it. I don't see him making that big of a mistake where he doesn't really win. So he's probably going to win. And I think John A. Kayla could probably beat her. Kayla could beat her. Naya, I don't know. She's looking good at the moment, but I don't think she's going to like really win, you know? just it's going to come down to the end. It's going to come down to her eating challenge, or it's just going to be running too much and she's just going to give up. I don't know if she's going to really win. All right, so that is the end of this episode. So it looks like it's going to be a two-part finale, and yeah, so we're going to see what the next part is next week. All right, so until next time.